Clickety clack clack, clickety clack. Good morning, everybody. Happy Taco Tuesday. I hope everyone had a great holiday. We are happy to be back with you, and you see the title, so we got to get into it because Ben Simmons is being dragged yet again. We're going to talk about that. And once again, Tom Brady. I'm liking Tampa Tom. I got to see what Chris is feeling about this, and we're going to do all of that right now. But first, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Give this video a thumbs up. Share it with your friends. And now here's the Fumble Squad. I'm your host, Jackie Ray. You can follow me on all things social media at Jerry the Fanatic.
It's your boy Chris. You can find me everywhere at CK2K.
Chris, how was your weekend? I see you wiping some sleep out of your eyes. I synced it.
Yeah. I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie. I'm tired. It was weird. You said it was Happy Taco Tuesday. I'm like, dang, it is Tuesday. I'm just trying to get my bearings back together. I'm all over the place right now. How was your weekend?
It was. You know what? I didn't do a whole lot. I needed a mental break because I'm a workaholic. So I tend to work like 6 to 7 days a week. I literally went in my little cave and I hibernated. I didn't do anything. I chilled. I braided my hair so I could go to that pool party.
Right. You were talking about that.
To do it.
Golly.
I ain't go. So, there's that. So anyway.
Hey, but the hair's braided and look good. So it's all good. At least you got that out of it.
Thank you, Chris.
There you go. There you go.
All right. All right, you guys, let us know what you did for the weekend in the chat. And now let's get into our need to know news, because this one is hilariously great to me, because I got to admit for a second, y'all know I love me some Dame Dollar. He's my guy. I usually don't criticize him because I love him ever so much, but he got married over the weekend. If you follow him on Instagram, you saw how fly the wedding was. I'm a big fan of the 3 outfit changes. They had the wedding outfit. They had the We Still Kind of Fly outfit. And then they had the Adidas It's Time for Us to Break This Down and put in some dance work outfit. Loved it. Love all the pictures I saw coming in from that. One of the things that kind of bothered me, though, again, it's the wedding. And my man's out here full on tweeting. He's on Twitter. He's out there. Now, as a woman, I just don't want, Chris, you need to take notes because I know you engaged. But this is what not to do during your wedding. I don't know about this tweeting. So first, one of the first things he did that annoyed me, I was like, are we tweeting about our album? So y'all look at this. Now, these are just retweets from him. And during his wedding, people are like, I know everybody talking about Drake and Kanye, but be sure to go get that Damian Lillard album. And then the other one, he was like, Dame album is fire. Literally one of the best 5 albums that dropped this year. Not mad at that. But in order to retweet, you need to understand that you have to look at, these are just random people. So you gotta, one of them had a blue check mark, but you gotta go through, and that means you're on your phone. You done scrolled for a minute before you saw these tweets. So you can retweet them. So I had a kind of an issue with that one. This next one, I didn't have too much of a problem with, because he was thanking someone for the best wishes. And I actually love this. It says, we don't know each other, Dame, but I love it when people find happiness and bring it together as one. I call it oneness. Congratulations, brother, on your wedding. And then Damian Lillard said, thank you, bro. But here's the thing. KD was out there putting in the work. And then this gentleman posted a video about it. So I'm not mad. KD, that's what he's supposed to be doing, out there getting in some work. Damian Lillard had time to watch this video and then respond to what the user who posted it said. So the user said, well, this is why I laugh at these clowns when they say only 1 to 3 dribbles. This is 8 by the best player in the world, one of the best players in the world. Please stop the over dribbling talk. Maybe, just maybe, his handle is part of what he's working on, probably why his handle is elite. And Dame responds to that by saying, everybody doesn't have the luxury the best player in the world has, LOL, which is why people just can't over dribble. But I get it. I don't get why you out here on Twitter during your wedding, sir. Chris, as the engaged one on the show, please tell me, am I overthinking this?
So to an extent, I want to say no, but to an extent, because here's my thing. Like, like as a creative, as somebody that puts out content, you just have that knee-jerk reaction. Like when you put something out that is going to be seen by people, you still want to know, like, are people going to be all right? Like I've released a video before, going to like parties or family events and stuff like that, and I'll be at the party and I'll be hanging out like, yeah, but I still want to know, like, are the comments okay? Like, are they okay with this video? So I'm trying to think, like, in the wedding situation, like, he just released an album. That's huge. Like, you know, he tries to release an album before each season, or for at least the last 2 albums were before the season. So he's probably looking at the reaction. But what lost me was the KD response. That's the one where I'm like, all right, yeah, nah, you a little too comfortable on Twitter when you're supposed to be enjoying your damn wedding. So that's where I'm on your side for sure. I'm like, yeah, you don't need to be talking basketball and what he can do and you can't do and this, that. No one cares. You go enjoy your damn wedding, bro. Get out of the closet and go enjoy your damn wedding. And it's like, get off your phone for a second, because you know he had to hide. He wasn't just on the middle of the floor on his phone. He was hiding somewhere on the phone. So I at first, like, responded to the you know, the instant results of his album. I get it, and I'm sure, you know, wifey probably gets it too, but he shouldn't have been on there critiquing a whole damn highlight. I don't know. But yeah, notes being taken. I probably would be off my phone, so regardless.
Now, I did have to dial it back because I was low-key mad. I was like, what in the hell? What? Why? But then that would be for me. So, right? So if I got married, you better not. There is a gentleman that is still on my radar, and one of the reasons why I refuse to date him seriously is because every time we go to dinner, there is at least a 10-minute window where I'm just sitting there looking at him like, I'm not gonna say nothing, and I'll just be like saying like random things, and he'd be like, because he'd be on his phone. I will not. And if you do that at my wedding, sir, but...
And that's why I said he hiding. He probably like, I gotta use the restroom quick, babe. I gotta use the restroom. And he was in there on his phone. And then he playing like, oh, man, I had to take a doo-doo. I don't know what happened. But he was on his phone the whole entire time. He didn't do nothing. So he played it off. Like, he probably wasn't doing it in front of her. He wasn't on Twitter in front of her. But I think she's probably going to feel the same way you feel. Like, yeah, you don't want to be in a big moment like that. Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, the flowers came out good. Yeah, Like, you don't want that. You don't want that.
Right. And my thing is like, well, maybe it's different for them because they've been together for a while. They got 3 kids. Maybe this was just a formality, you know, that couples who have been together a long time just kind of go through. So maybe she was tweeting too, you know, because I don't follow her. So I don't know. Maybe she was tweeting as well. I highly doubt it. But, you know, but I don't know. And then, you know, I'm with you. It was the KD thing. Draymond was there as well. I just want to ask one question because I was a little disappointed that nobody from the Lakers was at this wedding. Like nobody from the Lakers. And I'm just saying, just you don't have to say nothing, but you got to be in the room. You know what I mean? Because we know what's going on with Dame. Be in the room. Yes, no, maybe.
Who got to be in the room? What are you talking about? You mean Dame has to be in the room with the
somebody from the Lakers organization?
That is what you meant.
Just in case. I'm just saying you got to be in the room. It's got to be representation because Bradley Beal was there, Draymond was there. There was no Lakers there.
Right. Well, maybe he's just not as close with any Laker not named LeBron. I think LeBron, we knew he was busy, so he probably just wasn't able to make it. But oh gosh, I don't know, man. I don't know. That stuff don't work for Knicks because every time we try, they still end up going somewhere else. So I don't want that. That's a whole other conversation for me. I don't understand. Messiah, he's like, Lakers have enough.
You know what, Messiah? I'm not disagreeing with you, and I'm not saying, you know, I'm just saying you just got to be in the room. You just got to put that feeler out there. Just in case. You just, you know, always be prepared. Boy Scout rule. That's all I'm saying. But
wait, Melo wasn't there?
No.
No Melo?
I mean, at least no, I didn't see Melo there. I didn't see now granted, I'm not, you know, I saw CJ because you know CJ announced that his girl is about to give birth on their little page. So I saw CJ's page, I saw Draymond's page, I saw Bradley's page. Melo, you know, I follow Melo religiously, and he didn't. I mean, if he was there, he didn't post it. So I don't think he was there. So that's all I'm saying. And no blasphemy. They're not old. They are matured, is what they are. So let's go on to this next need to know news. Matured, like fine wine. Let's go on to this next need to know news because guess what? All we need now is for Tampa Tom to renounce his MAGA hat, and then I'm 100% on Tampa Tom because this one is great for me personally, just that Tom Brady took this moment to say what he said. But Naomi Osaka is once again in the news. If you didn't know, she lost kind of in epic fashion to me personally in the US Open. But Tom Brady had her back. But the good news is like when I don't want to say the good news. This was out of character for her. The way that she behaved, I've never seen her behave. And there's, Naomi's probably the only person that I really watched, outside of the Williams sisters when they were playing. But I've never seen her act like this. I can't say that I've ever seen every single match, but I've seen a good 90% of them, and I've never seen her act like this. So for me, it was triggering to maybe there's something else going on, because I feel like anytime you can say this is not characteristic of this person, maybe that means there's someone else going on. But the tennis world, this is all they were talking about, was when she kind of tossed her racket, hit her ball into the stand, and then she lost to the Canadian teenager Leylah Fernandez 5-7, 7-6, and 6-4. So she lost pretty badly. She was upset about it. Now, for me, I've seen men act like this all the time. It's not that big of a deal. I told you guys how I'm a sore loser as well. I've never seen Naomi behave like this, but for me, not a big deal. But I want you guys to take a look how she was acting and let me know what you think.
Feelings on the court. She feels that inside, that's her safe haven, but she lost control. And the racket, she banged the racket, she threw the racket, and yet the umpire did not give her a warning.
What am I looking at?
Right.
It's just so uncharacteristic of Naomi, and I hate to see this happening to her.
Now, if you listen closely, there was even a slight boo from people in the stands when she hit the racket the last time. Now, I had the exact same reaction that you did, Chris. I'm like, what am I looking at? Because the way that it was played, I was like, Naomi just went and just punched a hole in a wall somewhere. Like she was so. This is, what am I looking at? This is no big deal to me. But of course, to everyone else, it was a big deal. And again, the commentator said this is uncharacteristic. It might be uncharacteristic to previous Naomi. Naomi that y'all done dragged to hell and back, she over it. Now she probably just being herself a little bit more, perhaps. I don't know. Or maybe it's to what I said. If it's uncharacteristic for her, maybe there's something else going on behind the scenes. But now we have to get to one of my least favorite journalists in the entire world. I'm not a fan of this man. There's a long list of reasons. Piers Morgan. You guys probably know him. Oof. This man is I don't have anything good to say about this man. He went on Good Morning Britain and said that Meghan shouldn't have said anything about the racism within the royal family because it paints the royal family in a negative light. He said that Liam Neeson had KKK mentality when Liam Neeson was trying to acknowledge, hey, I had this racist thought at this moment in time. This is why. These are the kind of thoughts we need to kind of curtail. And instead, he tried to drag him through the mud. I don't like this man at all. I don't have anything good to say about him, but this is what he said. He said, he called her a baby. And then he said, people got very upset with me when I suggested Naomi Osaka may be a spoiled brat. Here she is repeatedly smashing up rackets as she loses in the US Open. Then she cried again and threatened to quit again. If a male tennis player behaved like this, we'd call him a spoiled brat. We would, but I went through years of Piers Morgan's tweet. He has never even addressed men behaving badly in sports. Never, not once. But this is what he does. Here's another black woman that he has something to say about. And I'm not a fan of this man at all. But what I wasn't expecting to see at all was Tom Brady coming to her defense. I wasn't expecting to see that at all, but he did. And he said, I think there are so many young people in sports. Obviously, Naomi, really young. Simone's really young. I'm 44. When I was 24, I certainly didn't have all the answers to all the different pressures and adversities that you face. I don't know if we have expectations for people that we should have all the answers, have all things figured out at young ages. I thought that was really dope. But then he also exercised some more common sense, and then he said that what Naomi and Simone are dealing with is a little bit different than him because they have more psychological pressures because he can fall back on his team versus they're just doing individual sports. And then he went on to say, quote, there's just a blessing playing team sports, and I admire the people that can deal with them individually, and it's definitely a different challenge. Huge shout out to Tom Brady for that, because people really do look up to Tom Brady. They kind of value what he says. And we've seen these two young women specifically be dragged through the mud, specifically by white media. I know that y'all feel some type of way about that, but the only people that I ever see coming to the defense of these two women when we're talking about Simone Biles and Naomi Osaka are Black journalists. So it's just good to see somebody who is not Black speaking up for Naomi. I have not seen
Openly,
this. This for me is the first time that I've seen, this is the first time I've seen a huge non-Black athlete speak up in this way for Naomi Osaka. I thought it was beautiful. It's definitely another hash mark in the Tampa Tom is great. Chris, what do you think about this?
I'm glad you said something, and what he said, I like you, I appreciate, because to me, I saw nothing in that clip. Other than somebody who is typically, on their P's and Q's in every game, and she was off in that game, and she was frustrated with herself being off, and that's all I saw. That first one was such a baby hit. She's like, I hate this, like, so I'm just like, is it really out of her character? Like, she's been so good for so long, and she still is good. She just had one off night, so she's frustrated with herself, and I was laughing because I'm listening to the commentating, and it's like, it's just so disappointing because that is just not character. I'm really hoping that she's going to be okay with it. I'm like, what are we talking about right now? I don't know. So yeah, it's a shout out to Tom, because like you said, it's, typically it's either other athletes of color or people that come out and say stuff and that are, supporting of, like Naomi and Simone and stuff like that. And you have, Tom coming out here and saying, what he said, and he's not wrong. I completely agree. And I don't know. To me, this whole thing is just blown over proportion. I missed this entire thing. Like, this is me finding all this out for the first time, getting all this information from you, because this went right over my head. Because if I had saw that clip, I'd been like, damn, Naomi must have had a bad day. Like, I wasn't even thinking about like how she's feeling, like, like if she's like angry or out of character. I'm just thinking, damn, she must have played really bad that day. So I don't know. To me, I think it was a bit overblown. But shout out to Tom.
Yeah,
I will not say go Tom though, Michael. I ain't going that far.
You're not going no, too far. Kevin
Too
Lang says that Tom Brady denounced. Well, you have to call him the GOAT. I mean, you just have to call him the GOAT.
I don't have to call him nothing. He is a great quarterback, one of the greater quarterbacks. That's as much as I'll say.
I know that's right. I said what I said. Don't try to change my mind. I know that's right, Chris. I know that's right. Kevin Lang says that Tom Brady already did denounce Trump when he went to the White House. I'm saying I got to wait to the next election and to see. I got to know it's a real thing before I just hop on that train. But again, 100% agree. This is a beautiful thing. I just don't know if people understand. I've never understand people who want you to have no emotions in sports. That's a weird thing. It's a very competitive thing. You want to win and you're pissed off when you don't. I just feel like people who think that you're not supposed to have any kind of emotion or any kind of frustration in sports have never actually played. That doesn't make sense to me. So I don't know. Shouts out to Tom. That's all I got to say on this one. I'm going to say it the right way. Tom Brady, the GOAT. Shouts out to Tom Brady, the GOAT. Chris, I said what I said, and now you can take us into the post-up.
That's right. Now, I ain't gonna echo that sentiment, but on this Taco Tuesday, welcome to Post-Up with your boy, Chris. Yes, it is Tuesday. I'm still trying to get that through my head because I just can't believe it. Yeah, we had I hope you guys had a great Labor Day weekend. Yeah, and we're going to jump into some of the craziness that went on this past weekend, starting with one of my favorite images of the weekend, and been looking at the memes and whatnot, and that is this one right here. I know it's hard to tell who that is. You're like looking at like, who is that? No, you're not, because you can obviously tell that that's KLAY Thompson. Now, the best part of this attire is not the sunglasses, not the fact that his name is right there, obviously, but my man is wearing the hat. It's the hat in the wrong. Like I get it. He's embracing the disguise. He got like, it looked like a trench coat kind of vibe going on with the jacket. It's great. But the responses are what were my favorite part of that, about this entire thing. Matter of fact, where the picture came from, coming from this guy right here, said, "I just know." He put this on and said, "Perfect. No one will recognize me." The funny thing is, I really believe that is exactly what KLAY said. He's like, "Yeah, I'm good today. They're gonna think I'm still on the boat. This is exactly what I'm gonna get away with." Because he's at a Giants game, and we saw the video last week of him on the boat. Anyways, so here's another one we have. Another response to this is KLAY went with the old superhero in disguise look. Because, yeah, I mean, We obviously was Captain America, but he had to put an all black hat on and some sunglasses, and all of a sudden it ain't Captain America. Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. Classic right there. Edit this one right. Just hiding in plain sight. He's using the tree. They can't see me. Do they know it's me? Yes, they know it's you, Shaq. You big idiot. But yeah, I just thought KLAY was not. Here's the thing. I don't know whether to decide whether KLAY knew, like he did it on purpose to be funny, or KLAY, like that second tweet, really thought that, you know what, I can get away with this if I wear a hat that's not matching. They won't know that it's me. So Jackie, which camp are you leaning on? You think he did this on purpose as a joke, like because KLAY's just ha ha he he, or you really think that KLAY thought that he was gonna get away with that?
I think he really thought he was going to get away with that. I think he was like, you know, if I put the hat on, my forehead's taken out, and the glasses, who gonna know? Yeah. Just from this area, I got this. I really believe. Even the look on his face is like, I'm getting away with it. I'm getting away with it.
No pictures yet. I was getting away with it. Oh 100%. My gosh. Yeah. Now, this next one, I have to admit I laughed, but it's disrespectful as hell. I laughed because I couldn't believe it was real. I saw this thing. It was Friday night, like after the show, and I was so upset that there was no show the next day. I thought I was going to get lost in sauce. I'm so glad that we're here talking about it today, because the disrespect, y'all see by the title of the video, the thumbnail, the disrespect that is in this video clip I'm about to show you guys is insurmountable. And that's a Webster word right there that I had to use on y'all. I had to put on y'all right there. Like that, the disrespect is crazy. It's one thing to see it on Twitter, social media, but you got this coming from the local news. I had to look up to see if this was real. This is 100% real, people. We know that Hurricane Ida, you know, did its damage in a lot of eastern states and stuff. They were dealing with the flooding, you know, New York, Philadelphia. And amidst all that going on, these people still found a way to throw some shade at Ben Simmons. Roll the clip.
By the way, let's switch gears here. We just got in footage of Ben Simmons leaving hastily out of Philadelphia. Let's take a look at this.
Oh, my God. Oh!
Way out. Any news about Ben?
That's real. I'm like, nah, there's no, they probably showed a different clip and someone edited the trash. That's 100% real. You saw the source on the top, which is their source. Fox 29 is 100% the news outlet for Philly, the Fox channel for Philly. Even the dude that's there with the betting site, the issue, he's like, oh golly, it's that kind of hate over here in Philly. This is insane. I know Philly fans are crazy, but this is another level. Even Nicole, she went with it. She's like, oh, did they find him? Oh, all right. Like, she wasn't even like, oh, I can't believe you'd say that. She was with it. Jackie Ray, is this too far? Is this too far? Or you think this is just right?
That's what I mean. It's funny.
And right, I laughed.
That's
crazy.
It's way too far. It's way too far, because that's just, I mean, first of all, you using a tragedy to ship my boy out in a trash can. Oh, it's funny though. It's funny. Yeah. But that's too far. But I'm not mad at it. But it's funny. It's wrong. Yeah, I laughed because I'm conflicted with all of this.
Yeah, right. Because I laughed initially because I thought it was an edit. So I was like, oh yeah, that's great. Right. But then I started looking close. I'm like, that's a hell of a good edit. That looked like someone in the news station edited it. That's real. And I even tweeted out, I'm like, somebody let me know that I'm looking at a fake video, and everyone's saying it's real. And then you look at the comments of this one. This is coming from the news channel. I'm like, that is insane. Yeah, I think that's a bit too far. I watched what the chat said. Go ahead.
I've been in news situations like this in the newsroom, and that means that every single person, from the editor to the interns to the news director to the floor director, everybody hates Ben Simmons in that newsroom, because otherwise somebody would have stepped up and said, "Bro, come on, this is too disrespectful." Nobody in that newsroom likes Ben Simmons. That's crazy.
Yeah, it went through everybody.
Even when they came back, when the camera went back, everybody was like, "Yeah, we did that."
Hell yeah, we got him. That's right.
Yeah, my Glock. Can we play it one more time? I gotta see.
Yeah, run it again. The way he puts it on is hilarious. Yeah, run it again.
By the way, let's switch gears here. We just got in footage of Ben Simmons leaving hastily out of Philadelphia. Let's take a look at
Look at her. She with it too.
Watch how they smile. Oh, damn.
It's the way it hits the bridge.
Game news about Ben.
The trash can didn't hit the bridge. It didn't have to hit the bridge. It just added the emphasis.
Don't let the door hit you.
Yeah, if it was that's exactly what I was gonna say. Like that is it. If that was personified, don't let the door hit you on the way out.
And the way my man played it when he came out of break, he's like, let me be serious. Do we have any word on Ben Simmons? Like he's like, oh, I did this.
Oh my gosh, bro.
I can't.
Nah, that's disrespectful, man. Nah, there is no way that man is wearing a Philadelphia 76ers jersey again, because that is crazy. Yeah, chat's with it too.
Wrong.
Oh, that's dirty, man. I don't even know where I lost my mouse. I don't even know where I am right now. Is it still Tuesday? Yeah, it's still Tuesday. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to the next one. Oh man, hold on. The next one too. We're going from that to one of my most favorite, and my favorite player in the NBA. Those who actually know me know that I'm lying. Talking about Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma was recently traded away to the Washington Wizards, and he thought, and a lot of people thought, that he was actually going to be on his way to Sacramento to go play with his old coach Luke Walton, go partner up with oh my goodness, what's De'Aaron Fox and those boys over there. But at the last second, he found out that he was being traded to Washington, and he's going to tell that story right now. But I just want you guys to listen to how hard this man tries to sell that he wants to be a Washington Wizard, and I don't know. Go, take it away.
I was kind of shocked because I thought I was going to sack, like the Sacramento deal with Buddy Hield. Like that shit was done. So I'm like thinking in my head like, okay, well, I'm in sack, 45-minute flight, not bad. I'm saying go to Napa. But then like out of nowhere, it goes, you're going to Washington. But I was like super hyped.
Watch the pivot.
It was like a better situation. Like going to sack would have been fun. I would have, went crazy for sure. Like that's how I think. But like to have an opportunity to play with like Brad Beal, someone that is trying to, really be a winner in this league, because he's a killer, man. Like he led league in scoring multiple years, or he was second this year, and like, it's just a perfect opportunity. It's a lot of guys that have like chips on their shoulders. Everyone's ready to like prove something, and that's when something can be special. So, yeah.
So I can't tell if I respect Kuz more, or if I can just see the lies oozing out of the little snapback that he's wearing right there. I can't tell, because I want to respect him because he wants to embrace Washington and the challenges that come to be a Washington Wizard. Ask Bradley Beal, the same Bradley Beal they're commenting on, or was he just saying that to keep his appearances? I don't know. I can't decide yet. But Jackie Ray, what were your thoughts about him being thinking that he was going to get traded to Sacramento, and B, his elaborate compliments for the Washington Wizards?
Well, first of all, when he said he thought he was going to Sacramento, I had to play it back twice, because I could have sworn he was like, yeah, that's only 45 minutes up the road. I'm like, what? Didn't he say that?
45-minute flight.
Oh, okay. I was like, well, 45. Is it a 45-minute flight?
Yeah. About 45 to an hour, yeah.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I'm right there with you on what you were thinking, because when he was saying this, I was like, there's no possible way. There's no possible way you play with the Lakers and then go to Washington, which we've talked about on this show several times. You can't even see a lot of their games because it's a small market and they're trash and they just don't play their games. So unless you are in Washington, you really don't get to see their games. I respect, but this is the conundrum that I'm in. This is the response that you must do right and act nice media will want you to have. Like, oh, I'm so excited to go play with Bradley Beal, or he's great. That's the response they want you to have. They don't want you to tell the truth. It's something like, I'm mad as hell. Like, I've been on the chopping block. I've been in trade talks my whole career. And then when you trade me to a place I don't even really want to go. I mean, Bradley's cool. I like him, but they ain't going to win. But now I'm stuck over there. But I mean, it's cool. I'm going to do my best. If he says that, we'd be mad at him. We'd be calling him bitter. If he says this, we think it's fake. There's no win in this, but I just absolutely don't believe. I do believe that he wants to play with Bradley Beal. I think most people would want to play with Bradley Beal. Right. It's the location. I don't think he really wants to be. I mean, because how do you go from the bright lights of LA to my girl might not even see my game? I mean, that doesn't even equate, you know? So I think he played it the right way. I don't think there was an actual win in it, but I don't think there's any way in hell he actually wants to be a Washington Wizard. I don't think that's a thing.
Yeah, I think there's a way that you could have done both by, you know, being real, but also saying the right thing in the minds of Wizards fans and the Wizards brass. And that's, like you just said, just keep it on Bradley Beal. Just keep it on Bradley Beal. Maybe elaborate a little bit more on, you know, adding Spencer Dinwiddie, who is a good guard and whatnot. But, you know, just the cap about, like, you know, it's a better situation. I can't wait to come over there. I don't know. Yes, the Wizards did solid last year, but a lot of what made that team as okay as it was is not there anymore. Bradley Beal's a huge part of it, but Russell Westbrook had a big part to do with that. A lot of the role players that they had a lot to do with it. I don't know. So, I don't know. I just Kyle Kuzma, man. Hey, whatever helps you out, man.
If he would have elaborated on how this is a better situation, because that's what I wanted to see. Like, how is Washington a better situation than the Lakers? Even for you specifically, because LeBron kept saying we needed you to be the third best scorer on the team. They kept hyping you up. They kept giving you opportunities to prove who you were, and you didn't. So how is this a better situation for you when you do have one of the number one scorers in the league on the team? How is this a better situation for you? I don't know. If he would have elaborated on that, maybe I would co-sign on this. But this is just Kyle Kuzma being Kyle Kuzma. I saw somebody in the chat. He might as well go back to that. He might as well go back to that top ramen blonde that he was doing, because I'm just over this dude. But I'm glad he's gone, though. Praise Jesus. I hope you do well over there.
Oh, now you glad he gone. You you defended this dude, and I was like, nah, he should have been the one in New Orleans a long time ago.
I have been wanting Kyle Kuzma. I've been packing Kyle Kuzma's bags for years.
Oh, okay.
Chat, y'all better tell him. Y'all better tell him.
Just making sure. I'm talking about post-rookie. I'm talking about, like, right after rookie year. Before the third best conversation.
No, because you remember when we did that whole trade, the one that I wanted to keep was Bradley Beal. I'm sorry, Brandon Ingram. I wanted to.
So you were with me on that. All right, maybe okay.
I wanted to be like, well, bam. But then when we kept him, I'm like, all right, that's cool. Now that we kept him, he's gonna step up. That's what I had in my head. I did say that. I was like,
so I guess I'm over embellishing that.
Be that guy now. Yeah.
Got you. All right. Okay. I retract. But sticking with the Lakers, let's talk about Dwight Howard. Now I'm gonna be real. I saw these pictures and I wasn't insanely impressed. I want to hear what you say because you're obviously a Laker fan. I want to hear what the chat says. But Dwight always been built. That's why I didn't really get too. I don't know. I'm looking at this. I'm like, yeah, Dwight's still in shape for his age. That's why I see more so and with this picture. But people are like, man, damn, Dwight looking buff. I'm like, y'all ever seen Dwight Howard's shoulders? Like, I understand his game might be falling off a little bit, but his shoulders ain't never went nowhere since 2008 or 2007. You know what I mean? So I wasn't really as put back by this. It is impressive for his age and whatnot. But yeah, Twitter was going crazy. One of my favorite responses, I didn't save it, but one of my favorite responses was saying that he gonna get the Alex Caruso treatment, looking like that, and blah blah blah. But as a Laker fan, excited to see him come back. Does this picture? Are you surprised by this picture, or are you like me? Like, nah, that's Dwight.
Normal size.
Yeah, Dwight's just big.
Normal size.
Yeah, he's a big dude. Yeah,
I've never, for years, maybe 8 years ago, he was thinner, but he's been about that size consistently. Maybe it's just because he got on that medium shirt and it's just hugging.
And that's what he does it on purpose. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, doing. But that's his size. That's
she said schmedium.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to see the chat before we move on to the next one. We got some Laker fans. Dwight's constantly Dwight been so right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, but Twitter was going crazy. IG was going crazy. I was seeing there was several pictures that was going around this entire weekend. People just losing their minds. I was just like, what? y'all just don't watch Dwight, so that's what it is. I don't know, but yeah. Dwight lives in the gym, man. That's how he's always been his entire career. I think that's the reason why he's playing as long as he's playing and still producing at this level, you know. So yeah, shout out to Dwight. Lakers. Hopefully they gonna get another solid year out of him, and yeah, we'll see what happens next. And we're sticking with the Lakers because LeBron James is out in Italy living his best life, and we got a lot of Italian Jackie Rays out there who are just showing LeBron James nothing but love. They were watching this man. Yeah, they were watching this man's every move when they caught him on his yacht to the point where they were counting his workout. They were, giving him MVP chats, and LeBron was eating it up. The whole thing was great. Here's a video. They're watching his workout.
Fa serie di 8, vai. 1, 2, 3,
Look at the size of those dumbbells. God.
6, 7, 8. Fa le serie di 8.
Watch LeBron though. Yeah. I also gotta say that yacht cool. Man, the people. Go ahead, LeBron. There it is.
MVP.
Yeah, there you go. That's Jackie's MVP right there. That yacht's kind of cool. Normally, there she goes. That yacht was cool though, because normally you just see the all white yachts and they all look the same. LeBron said, "No, we look a little gray on this thing. This thing kind of cool, nice and clean." But there you go. Italy loving your boy LeBron James. LeBron actually could walk around and get some love rather than getting the hate that he be getting constantly on social media because of his age and whatever else people want to hate on him. So I'm sure this was refreshing for you, right, Jackie?
No, yeah, I loved it. I think it's hilarious because Levy Jose NYC said the same thing I said. Like, he's over there lifting those gigantic dumbbells, and Savannah's just sitting there chilling. Like, go ahead, baby. 1,
hell yeah.
2. I'm not gonna get up and work out with you. 3. Like, she just sitting there chilling. Probably got a mimosa in her hands. That's hilarious to me. She's like, nah, I'm just gonna watch. Right.
Anyway, but yeah, shout out to LeBron. Also, you know, especially after last season, your boy been a little critical on the Dust Bunny, Trey Young, but this is dope. I'm really happy about this. I love seeing players because, you know, a lot of hoopers' dream is to have their own indoor gym. And I don't care if you rich or not rich or whatever. When you are able to fulfill that dream, I always feel happy for him. And I know he's a pro and he should have this and blah blah blah. But it's really cool. You know, Trey Young getting his own personalized indoor gym in Atlanta, and it's dope. You know, the entire highlight to his entire basketball career thus far, from high school, from AAU to Oklahoma and rada Hawks, and you know, it's really cool. You know, got his catchphrase right. Remember, they doubted you, so he can stay, you know, motivated every time you go in there and work out. He got his new logo, which I'm a fan of. I like the logo. There's He's an Adidas boy, and I rock Adidas and Pumas over here, so I like that. But yeah, it's cool. I always got love for this, and you know, people getting, you know, their own gyms and stuff like that. I think it's cool. Look at this nice little outline, dope design. We obviously can't play the music because it's a song by a certain artist that released a whole album on Friday, and we can't play that, or else we ain't gonna have a live stream no more. But yeah, shout out to Trey Young there. But yeah, cool. Not much there.
Is it Dame's album or is it Kanye's album?
No, Drake's album.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm a Drake fan. I'm not getting that album because of that whole weird video that he released with
Kawhi
in it. I'm like, what is this song? This song is terrible. I think I tweeted you I texted you on Friday. I was like, oh, this is horrible.
That's what I told you. Yeah, and that
I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that album.
But
I'm not
people
getting
loving it because the memes. But look, the song ain't great, but I look Kawhi. The more I watch Kawhi's part, the more I like it because he was embracing his awkward. The man didn't even know what to do with his hands. He's all dancing like this with his meaty claws out. He's going like this, like the fingers never bent. He's like, you know. So I was like, all right, Kawhi is embracing Kawhi, and I'm always gonna be a fan of that. But yeah, the song itself, I'm with you on that. whack.
I'm surprised that you like this Trey Gym though. I was expecting you to say that they needed a logo in the middle with him thinning his hair or something, because you know you a Knicks fan and y'all do shade like that.
I threw my Dust Bunny shade because that's his nickname, Trey Dust Bunny Young. I'm keeping it on that for right now. But at the same time, I before the whole situation last year, I like Trey Young, and there's still a little bit of that in my heart. But I cannot wait for us to get revenge. I want to see him guard Kemba Walker. I cannot wait for it. I can't wait, Trey. I can't wait. Let's see how it goes, man. Oh, I can't wait. But yeah, Trey Young, nice court, bro. Nice court. I'm trying to keep it cordial. Jackie trying to start something right here, and I ain't going. No, I'm gonna try to keep it cordial. Yeah, all right. So from Trey Young to Tom Brady, we talked about Tom Brady earlier, and we have to talk about him again because this is kind of funny. Steph Curry is joining the crypto game, and he let Twitter know about it, and he's looking for some advice. He put this tweet up saying, oh, Lord, I lost my thing. Saying, I'll just read it. All right, he said, just getting started in a crypto game. Y'all got any advice? Well, here comes Tom Brady himself responding to this tweet saying, whatever you do, don't do laser eyes. So you guys know that he changed his pick. Okay, I don't know if you guys know the story about Tom Brady. I only knew about it because I was curious as to why Tom Brady had the picture of the laser eyes as his icon picture. I just didn't understand it, so I looked it up, and now I understand why. But Tom Brady, okay, he himself just got into the game. He just got into the game himself, and he invested in a laser eye Bitcoin not too long ago. He embraced it. He made it public knowledge, so much so that he changed his icon picture to the one that we were just talking about with Tom Brady with laser eyes. And as soon as he did that, all the what's it called? The price dropped, the popularity dropped. Yeah. Nobody was buying in on it. He depreciated the coin, and a lot of people blaming Tom Brady, saying that people just worried because Tom Brady's on, so things are selling. And so it was a bad idea. And then he said, okay, well, bad start. How do I move on from this? And rada. So he's trying to make a joke on it to tell Steph Curry, whatever you do not do anything that has to do with laser eyes, because it didn't work out for him. So I thought it was a fun meme. Ha, Tom Brady. Good stuff. And I love that he still embraces it and he still has it as his icon picture. I thought it was like a whole meme. But then, it kind of is, but it had to do with Bitcoin and crypto. And that's still something I'm trying to get to. We talked about it briefly last week, Jackie, how, at some point we want to try, but just, that there's a lot of information in that, and I'm not ready to just throw my money away until I know all the details and all the what it takes to get in there, and I'm not ready for that yet. I ain't there yet.
Yeah, no, I put 300 in on Bitcoin, and when my money dropped down to, at one point it got as low as $97. And I think right now it's back up to like 200, but I still haven't made it back to that 300, and I'm just not. I like my money, and I just can't.
Right.
That $300 risk, seeing that go down to 97, and I got friends that are literally putting like $1,500 a pop on stuff, and I'm like, bro, I'm not doing that. Y'all, I'm cool. I'm still mad about that little $300. But that's how you gonna get from your girl. I'm not.
Yep. I'm letting my brother go through trial and error.
Last one on it. Yeah,
and that's my thing. I'm trying to get on soon because I don't want to be last on it, and then it's oversaturated, and then we ain't making nothing right. Yeah, I have the same thought process. Yeah, see that 300. Yeah, that would have freaked me out. I saw that 97. I'd be like, oh nope, I'm not doing it. I'm done. I never doing this again. Like that's why my brain will work too. Nope. Yeah. But luckily, you sticking with it. But yeah, moving on from Tom.
Stay in there. I'm not putting no more money in there.
Well, you ain't gonna add that up, right?
I ain't putting no more money in there. No.
Watch that thing turn into $1,000, and we're gonna hear Jackie like this. See, I knew from the jump, I knew it was gonna be rough at first, but I knew it was gonna get here at some point. We're gonna hear Jackie talking about that. But sticking with football, let's go from Tom Brady to Tyreek Hill, cheetah himself. Now, this was a funny story because he got fined for taunting. I don't know if you guys remember. I think it was last season, the year before. I can't remember when it was. It's in the tweet. And he decided to turn that fine into a W, into a way for him to make some money. And I thought this was great. Can we get the tweet up so I can show you guys what I'm talking about? So Tyra Kill was fined $10,527 by the NFL for mocking defenders with a peace sign. I don't know if you guys remember that play. So Cheetah invested in a company called Grip Boost, had custom gloves made, and still mocks offender with the peace sign, but doesn't get fined anymore because on the he just has to put his hand up and it is blacked out in the peace sign, so he doesn't have to do it, and he won't get what's it called? He won't get fined for it anymore. And blah blah blah. I thought that was hilarious. I think it's genius. He's gonna make money off of it. That's how you do it. And if you don't believe that this is real, Tyra Kill himself doubled down and made sure to let people know that this is in fact a true story. Yeah, based on a true story. Yeah, so I thought that was funny. So Tyra Kill, I love it, man. Like we talk about all the time. Get your money. Any way you can get your money. If it's gotta be creative like this, then you gotta do what you gotta do. We can be he gonna be laughing to the bank. So good for Tyra Kill on that. So now we got these next three, Jackie. This is where we're in the what the hell territory right now, and I think it's the perfect layup for you to do what we're not gonna do because these next three are about to be really wild. So buckle up. So first and foremost, we got the Notre Dame coach right here. He is exhibiting one of the most extreme ways of coaching I've ever heard or seen in my life. That's all I'm gonna say. Notre Dame coach, how you feeling about how your game went, man?
What did you think for your team's ability to withstand Florida State's impressive comeback?
Oh, I turn it up.
I'm in favor of execution. Maybe our entire team needs to be executed after tonight.
No. I saw a headline that said he said that, but I didn't hear. It sounds even worse in audio form. No.
It didn't sound like a slip. It didn't sound like a slip at all. I know he might be just being intense with how bad they played. It's a little too far. He said, I'm a big fan of executioner. It sounds like my team might have to get executed tonight. So, I mean, if y'all a Notre Dame fan, y'all might need to find a new team because it don't look like they gonna make it very long because coach out here executing teams and players. So, all right, so that's one. We not done. It gets crazier from there. Next up, sticking to the the start of college football, Indiana, or should I say I can't even pronounce how. Look at this.
Oh no,
Indiana. If y'all are fans of Indiana University, I apologize. You gotta pack it up because Indiana is here to stay. Indiana came out there and they had their first.
No.
It was look. I say this all the time. If there was any time for this mistake to happen, this was the time because it's opening weekend for everybody, for the Stitchers, for the referees, for the players. It's opening weekend for everybody. The mistakes can happen right now. All right, but Indiana, congratulations, welcome to college football. Indiana. What I want to know is how much that jersey gonna sell for.
Right.
That's how I always look. I always look at these kind of mishaps. I'm like, I wonder. Someone who was drunk, who was partying too much.
Because even when you look it up, like you would have to hold it up at some point and go, Indini, is this don't look right? Like even if you drunk, your mind would say, this don't look right. I'm just gonna keep it going. Let's do the whole team this way though. I'm sure Let's do the whole team this way.
Or I think you're right. I think the whole team was like that. But can you imagine if it was just that one jersey? Like, oops. All right, let's fix that for future reference. So that poor whoever number 22 is, that idiot's gonna have to deal with Indiana. Anyways,
that would be even worse.
Yeah, can you imagine? And last but not least, guys, if you are like me, you can't handle this. Cover your eyes, but it gets worse, man. The Mayo situation gets worse. Just here we go. Just run. I enjoy that.
That is disgusting.
Do I have to comment anymore? Can we just move on? Lee, take it off, Leo. I know you're doing this on purpose. You took the music off to keep it on. I have nothing to add to that. I'm not adding anything to it. It's disgusting. We didn't need this extra person to show us what the Mayo Classic is all about. I don't care. Y'all have your stupid traditions and keep it to your damn self. That is disgusting.
Wait, there's a Mayo Classic where people do this on purpose? They just eat a bunch of mayo on
purpose? For football. It's for football. They call the first game the Mayo Classic, but that's a part of the tradition. they'll go to the jumbotron.
Oh,
Some
I didn't
people
know
they'll
that.
be eating the mayo. Yes, that's what I was looking into why people had mayo last week in the games because it's part of the stupid little North Carolina tradition, or I think it was North Carolina. I don't know, but it's disgusting. Y'all need to do something different. Do a cereal classic. Do a Tostina's pizza rolls classic. Like do something that makes sense. Nasty.
You sound like T-Pain. Do something else.
Yeah, do it right. Nasty. Now that's what I ain't gonna do. You ain't never gonna see me doing that. That's what I'm not gonna do. Jackie, can you please tell people what you're not gonna do?
Yes, let's get into what we're not gonna do. My stomach is all messed up right now. I didn't even need the damn mayo, but that's a lot. So look, I feel like if y'all would watch the Fumble on a regular basis and listen to me, I keep a lot of y'all out of trouble. Okay, I feel like I should just do or just DM me if you decide you want to do a scam, and I'll help you. I'll walk you through it off on some black site because I'm not gonna do it on my actual Instagram. But what's the one thing I always say? I watch a ton of crime TV. I am convinced I could get away with a lot of stuff, right? Rule number one, if you're going to do dirt, do it by yourself. But before I get into that, let me break this down for you. So, because we all know there's a ton of people in the world, not just the professional sports, but there are a ton of people in the world who are still kind of skittish about the vaccine. Okay, fine. We also know that the NFL has said pretty much in no uncertain terms, they're going to make your life a living hell if you're not vaccinated. We know that. So now we have this young lady. She is a New Jersey IG stripper named Jasmine Clifford, who apparently has this anti-vax scam. So again, crime TV. If you're going to do something that you know is not legal, a couple things you need to do. Number one, don't have it in your name. So before her page was deleted, you could see right there in where it says founder, the name of the page was Anti-Vax Mama 2, which means there was an Anti-Vax Mama 1. Problem number one, you already put it out in the world, at least the government, which you know monitors IG, to know you up to something. Then look there at the bottom. It says DM me. Remember I told Chris last week, that's religious exemption thing is suspect to me. DM me for religious exemption letters. You put that in your description, which means at some point, somebody's probably going to DM you and say, oh, I need it for this. And then you're going to say, oh, say less, fam. I can do you better than a religious exemption letter. I can get you a full-on fake vaccine card. I know that's how that transition went because that apparently is what she's been doing. And I saw this, I think it was last week I saw this because it was revealed by one of my favorite TikTokers named Michael MC. But then you go to Channel 7 in New York and you see this. 15 people have been charged in an alleged fake COVID-19 vaccination card conspiracy. 15 people. That's just where they are starting, is 15 people. So, like I said, this was done by my favorite TikToker because he does a lot of he's a social justice warrior, you guys. If you want to follow him, his name is Tizzy ENT on TikTok. He's dope as hell. I highly recommend you follow him. But now people are coming for him and they're calling him a rat. And you guys got to watch the whole thing, but I'm just going to show you the part where he breaks down what a rat is because it's hilarious to me. So take a look.
By now, I feel most of you have seen this. What's funny to me is the reaction from some people. Like messages I've received or comments I've seen that call me a snitch or a rat. But here's the funny thing. You know what a rat is? A rat is someone who is involved in the activity and then flips on the other people involved for like a reduced sentence. I wasn't involved in shit. And I didn't have the names of people like the woman who was making those entries for her. But that woman got caught up, and the 250 people that she made cards for got caught up, and the 13 frontline workers who were also charged got caught up. I wonder who could have given prosecutors that information. Especially when Jasmine on her house.
Exactly my point. What did I start out? If you're going to do dirt, you got to do it by yourself because the only people that the DA needs is that one person that's like, well, I'm not going to jail, but I'll let everybody else go to jail. Right. Did you know she started it? you know, she carried it through. Did you know she was sending out the cards? She was taking the money. It's in this account. People will squeal like a canary when it comes time to stopping them from going to jail. And you are an IG stripper. I don't think you have the crime mind to be doing this. You're a stripper. Stick to what you're good at. You know what I mean? So no, now, and I don't know if you heard what he said, but there was like 15 or 13 or 15 frontline workers. That means there's medical professionals that are involved in this. That's crazy to me. I am definitely not going to risk my career for a few. Now, apparently, though, let me just be clear, because it wasn't like she was risking this for a couple $100s. She was apparently making $100,000 per week on these fake vaccination cards. Me, I'm gonna do it 2 weeks. I'm gonna get out. I'm not gonna just keep doing this because I know eventually I'm gonna get caught. I'm gonna get my little money and then I'm out. I'm changing everything. I'm moving. I'm changing everything. I'm not gonna risk it. But she is definitely going to go to jail. But I want to remind everybody. I don't know, Leo, if you could put that news one up, which I think is the third one, because this is my conspiracy theory. You guys know I got conspiracy theories, because at the end of that guy's video, at the end of Michael's video, Michael says, hey, so I've also been told that part of this squealing like a canary thing is like she's naming names of who got these vaccine cards. And apparently there are some NFL players who got vaccine cards. So I don't know if you saw that, but this was the Manhattan DA on that news clip that I put up. It was the Manhattan DA that was doing this. Oh, I didn't capture that part. But anyway, that's the Manhattan DA that's prosecuting all these people who created these fake vaccine cards. Manhattan is 6 hours away from Buffalo. Buffalo has our favorite anti-vaxxer, Cole Beasley. Do you think it's possible that Cole was like, all right, y'all want to play these stupid games and make me sit out even though I was wearing a mask and I don't have COVID just because I'm not vaccinated? Okay, I got you. I'm going to get this fake vaccine card. I think Cole Beasley is on the list. I don't know for sure, but that's my conspiracy theory. But look, either way, what we not going to do is be a stripper and think that we can pull off some master criminal mind. You cannot, ma'am, especially when you need 20 other people to do it. Get you one good solid week of just watching crime TV. Talk yourself out of this stupidity, because even if you did this for 4 weeks and you made $400,000, all that money is going to be gone to your legal fees. So good luck, ma'am. That's all I got for what we not going to do. Chris, I want to ask you about my conspiracy theory. Do you think I'm right? Do you think Cole Beasley might have one of these cards?
I mean, of a list of 250 athletes, yes, for sure. If it was a shorter list, I'm like, maybe. Nah, I think he's definitely on that list. I also, too, I forgot the name of the guy that was in the I think you talked about him, too, in a different one where he, what was the player's name? Where he was against it, then he got it, then he got he got fined, and then he got vaccinated right away. What was his name? What was the player's name? We were just talking. We talking about last week. I forgot, but I think he might have been on the list because that turnaround was a little too fast. That turnaround might have been a little too fast. Now I'm thinking about it. You see what I'm saying? I just forgot what his name was. Yeah.
Isaiah McKenzie. Yeah.
Right. Turnaround might have been a little too fast, so he gets to stick to what he believes. But then he go and buy this thing. I don't know. But yeah, Chris, I think that's a solid conspiracy. I think that's a solid conspiracy for sure.
That's a good point. So you guys, look, damn, Chris, that's a great. I see they probably both on that list.
Yeah,
y'all,
for sure.
Y'all do us a favor. Make sure you've hit that notification bell, because you know we're gonna stay on this, because as soon as that list comes out, we're gonna be like, but so here's the names on the list. So. Because here's the thing, and this is the one thing I was talking to a friend of mine about, and she was like, well, no, Cole Beasley wouldn't be on the list, because then that would mean that he got the vaccine and he's a stunt, anti-vaxxer. He wouldn't want people to know that. But because of HIPAA, he wouldn't have to say that he was vaccinated. He could just provide the vaccine card to his team and then still be on this anti-vax thing. Fox News is doing that. They're all anti-vax, but most of the Fox employees are vaccinated. So bam, I think Chris got one. I can't wait till this list comes out, but we're going to keep an eye on that. But guys, that's the end of our show. I love ending on a good conspiracy theory. That's my favorite thing to do. But you guys enjoy your Taco Tuesday. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, share this video with your friends. Make sure you're back here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Follow me on social media at JRay the Fanatic. Follow Chris at CK2K. Enjoy your Taco Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Bye.